Only 11% of UK adults invest on a regular monthly basis. This means if you automate even £50 a month into a stocks and shares ISA, you are already doing something that almost 9 out of 10 people are not. 28% of Brits know that this is the top habit of wealthy people, but most still prioritise other habits such as budgeting and tracking their spending. I'm Brandon and I've been investing for over 8 years, building a multi-six-figure portfolio in the process. Today, we're talking about the one habit that puts you ahead of almost everyone financially and the 3 simple steps that you can take to be part of the 11% as soon as today. So this article here from IFA magazine starts with the headline, only 11% of Brits are regularly investing, losing out on the benefits of compounding returns. And the numbers in this are very much up to date because this was only published around 2 weeks ago at the time of recording, and the research actually comes from JP Morgan Personal Investing. And I want to highlight a few numbers here that I personally found quite interesting. So as we mentioned earlier, only 11% of adults say they are investing regularly, despite 28% recognizing that it is a top habit of financially successful people. So the way I read that is there are around 17% of people who know that they should be doing this, but they're not. And I believe there are 3 main reasons to why people choose not to invest, and we're going to get into them very shortly. However, over half of investors, 56%, said they were putting away up to £250 a month in their investment portfolio, which is great, but less than a quarter of these investors, 23%, had automated these investments monthly. And that for me is the key here, because automation is so important. It prevents emotions getting involved. It stops a lack of consistency with your investing. And 17% of these investors admitted to investing irregularly, while 22% said they invest lump sums occasionally. The way I see this is 17% of the investors are saying, yep, I hold my hands up, I'm not consistent with my investing, which is fair enough. And then you've got the 22% who basically say, I'm not consistent with the investing, but I do throw in a lump sum, maybe just a one-off, maybe here and there, whenever it becomes available. And I really just want to paint the picture and illustrate how much more effective being consistent is when it comes to building wealth than just putting one big lump in and forgetting about it. But before we do that, the last statistic that I want to pull out of this article is that the data shows that 18 to 24-year-old investors are less likely than older age groups to have set up a direct debit and to automate their regular investment contributions. Now, I always preach how time in the market is the most important aspect of investing, and starting early is a huge advantage that so many people often overlook. So first of all, we have person A. Let's call this person Jacob, and Jacob is going to invest £5,000 in a lump sum at the age of 20 years old. He's going to leave this investment account alone for the next 40 years, taking him to the age of 60, and he's going to get an average return of 10% a year, which of course is the average historically for the S&P 500. It's very important to note that Jacob is never going to invest another penny again. He's putting that 5k in at the age of 20, and that's it. And what Jacob walks away with is around £225,000, which isn't bad. It's a huge return on what he initially invested, but it could be better. Now we have person B. We're going to name this person Chloe. And she doesn't have a lump sum to invest, but she is going to consistently contribute £100 a month for the next 40 years. She's the same age as Jacob, so this will also take her to the age of 60, and she's investing in the same thing. So she's going to also get that 10% a year on average. Now, Chloe's built some good habits here because she's investing on a regular basis. She's being consistent with that £100 a month. And although it's not a small amount, it's also not a huge amount, and it's very achievable for a lot of people. At the end of the 40 years, she walks away with around £559,000. This means she's over £300,000 better off than Jacob and his initial lump sum. And this is exactly why starting as early as possible and being consistent is so important when it comes to investing. So let's talk about the 89% and why they don't invest on a regular basis. It usually comes down to three main categories, and you may even find yourself falling in one of them. Number one, and the most common, is that you cannot afford to invest. And this is exactly why I put out my bank statement breakdown videos, where I take real bank statements from real people and see how they can change their spending. Small changes to start contributing to their financial future. And this can be as easy as cancelling some of the subscriptions that you stopped using a year ago. For a lot of the guys watching, it could be to stop gambling every weekend on the football, or maybe to even downgrade the car that you're leasing because you simply cannot afford it. Whatever it is that you need to change or how little that amount may be, it doesn't matter, because starting small is better than not starting at all. And apparently I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Reason number two is that it is too complicated, and it really doesn't have to be. And this is exactly where automation comes into the process, because you don't need to be watching your portfolio every day. You don't need to be managing your individual stocks. It can be way, way easier than this. And last but not least, reason number three, and the one that I find the most irritating, is when people say, I'll start investing later when I'm earning more money. We have just seen real evidence of how starting as early as possible is effective with investing. And even if you're starting small, the key is to start now. Stop putting it off. And even at this point, if you need to see more numbers, if you need more evidence, if you need another kick up the bum, I am going to share another example very shortly. Now, that's exactly what 89% of people don't do. So just to clarify, this is what the 11% are doing. Well, to be clear, they're not waiting until they earn more money. They are not picking individual stocks. They are not trying to time the market. They are automating their investment on a regular monthly basis. They simply set up their direct debit to ensure they put the same amount of money into their stocks and shares ISA every single month. And to be very, very clear, it is going into a stocks and shares ISA because this is your tax-free wrapper. We should not be using a general investing account unless you're maxing out your ISA allowance. That's a different story. You don't need to be an investing expert. You just need to be consistent, because this game is all about behavior. It's behavior driven. It is not knowledge driven. So we just seen how investing monthly beats investing on a one-off lump sum. We also seen how investing small amounts is better than nothing. And now you're going to see why waiting for the perfect time to start doesn't exist, and how costly that can really be. So this time, person A is called David. He's 28 years old, and he isn't going to invest yet because he's going to wait until he's earning that little bit more. He's going to wait for that promotion at work. However, some children come along, he gets married, there isn't a real perfect time, and by the time he clears all this stuff out the way and actually gets started, he's now 38 years old. David's now got 22 years until he reaches the age of 60, so he decides that he's going to start contributing £200 every month. Now again, based on that average return of 10% a year, he's going to have a lump sum, an investment total portfolio of around £180,000 at the age of 60. Now we have person B, which is Jess, and she does start investing at 28. She doesn't wait, but she isn't investing quite as much. She decides to do around 50% of David, £100 a month, but over 32 years rather than 22. Despite investing half the amount on a monthly basis, she gets to the age of 60 and has a pot of around £250,000. Yes, she was investing for 10 years longer, but she was investing half the amount and still walked away with around £70,000 more than David. And just to give a like-for-like comparison, if Jess was to invest £200 a month rather than £100, at the end of those 32 years, she would have a pot north of £500,000. The bottom line is to not wait. You need to get started as soon as possible, and it is as simple as these 3 steps that we're going to go through now. But before we go through these 3 steps, I do just want to say, if you're still watching and enjoying the video, please feel free to subscribe and drop a like down below. At the time of recording, I'm currently at around 120 subscribers. 250 is the next milestone for me that I'm going for, so if you can help me out reaching it, it would be greatly appreciated. So, how to get started in 3 very practical, easy steps. Number 1 is to pick a platform. Now, I personally use Trading 212 because I find it a very user-friendly and easy to navigate app. Please feel free to do your own research and find a platform that you feel comfortable with, but I'm just sharing what I use. And just to reiterate again, when you get the platform up and running, please select the Stocks and Shares ISA. This is how you keep all of your gains tax-free. Step number 2 is to pick an index fund that you are going to invest in consistently every single month. Like we mentioned, we are not picking individual stocks here. We don't need to be paying attention to the markets and to our stocks every single day. For this, I personally use the VWAG, which is basically Vanguard's index fund of the S&P 500. And then finally, step number 3 is to set up that direct debit. You are going to treat this like a bill every single month. So at the beginning of the month, you're likely going to pay your rent, your utility bills, and now your investments are going to go out as well. Pick an amount that you're comfortable with, something that you know is achievable every single month, and stick to it, even if it's small, to get started. So using myself as an example here to summarize what I do, I have the Trading 212 account set up with a direct debit going towards the VWAG every single month. And you can literally do this today, and all of a sudden, you're in that top 11% of Brits when it comes to their financial future. And just to clarify here, being in that top 11% doesn't mean that you're rich. It simply means that you have started to invest on an automated system where so many people don't. Now, I recently did a video talking about investing £20 a month and if it's really worth it. So guessing off this video, you probably know my opinion on this, but if you want some more clarity, if you want to go deeper down the rabbit hole, feel free to click on the video on the screen right now and check it out.